Hi, I would like to introduce you to the great horses of Japan. This time is Epiphaneia. Epiphaneia is a male horse born in 2010. His father is Simbali Chris S and his mother is Cesario. Simbali Chris S was named Horse of the Year 2 years in a row, in 2002 and 2003. Cesario won both the Japanese Oaks and the American Oaks in 2005. Thus, for the Japanese, the pedigree of Epiphaneia, whose parents were active in Japanese horse racing, was very promising. He debuted in October 2012, and won the race with a sharp blink of an eye, then went on to win the next race without a hitch, making it 2 wins in a row. He ran in the Radio Nikkei Cup at the end of the year. This was a Grade 3, 2,000-meter race, and horses who won this race tended to do well in the Triple Crown races the following year. His rival was a horse named Kizuna. Kizuna was another horse that was expected to have the same qualities as Epiphaneia, and he too had come here with 2 wins in 2 races. The pair lined up at the entrance to the final stretch and competed side by side, but Epiphaneia finished with a slight lead. This was his first graded race win, and it made him a hot horse in the Triple Crown race field. In horse racing, horses that are very successful are often those with fiery temperaments. Epiphaneia seems to have inherited a fiery temperament from his mother, Cesario. Cesario also used the fighting spirit from her fiery temperament to excel in racing when she was active. The same was true for the legendary Saint Simon, Rebote, and in recent years, Sunday Silence. As the year changed, in 2013, Epiphaneia's first race was Yaoi, and it was around this time that he began to show his temperamental intensity. In Yaoi, he once took the lead in the final stretch, but was overtaken by the rest of the field and finished 4th. Even in the Triple Crown race, Satsuki Sho, Epiphaneia got excited and positioned himself in the lead group against the will of his jockey who tried to position him in the middle of the pack. He still ran hard in the final stretch, but was beaten by Logotype, who ran a new record time, and finished 2nd. In the following derby, he tripped on the 3rd turn and nearly caused his jockey to fall off. However, he showed his fighting spirit from there and pushed hard in the final stretch. He took the lead 50 meters before the finish line, but was overtaken by Kizuna who came from behind to finish a close 2nd. However, after a break of about 3 months, Epiphaneia showed up at the Kobe Shinbun Cup in September and won the race completely with a different calmness from the spring season. In the final race of the Triple Crown, Kikisho, Logotype did not participate because he had moved to a middle-distance course, while Kizuna was on a trip to France to challenge for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Therefore, Epiphaneia was the overwhelming favorite. The track conditions were very bad due to the rain from the previous day, but he kept his composure and took the lead comfortably in the final stretch. And his jockey never used the whip once, and Epiphaneia won easily by 5 lengths. Epiphaneia had grown mentally in the fall and he had won the title he had longed for. He was expected to run in the Japan Cup and Arima Kinen later on, but he never entered those races, prioritizing rest. His next race was about 6 months later, the Osaka Cup in 2014. There were only 8 horses in this Grade 2 race, but they were all strong horses. These include Kizuna, whom he fought in the Derby, Misho Mambo, who has won 2 Grade 1 races, and Tenno Sho winner Beat Black. Epiphaneia was the favorite among the field and sped up at the 4th corner, but was overtaken by Kizuna, who came from behind, and finished in 3rd place. He then traveled to Hong Kong for the Queen Elizabeth II Cup on April 27. He put up a good fight but lost in 4th place. Upon his return to Japan, he was scheduled to enter the Takarazuka Kinen but was cancelled and put out to pasture. When Epiphaneia arrived at the ranch, his muscles were quite weak. This was due to fatigue. So, first he concentrated on recovering from fatigue, and then he gradually started training with a stronger load. He then went on to run in the Tenno Show Autumn in October. It was his first race in 6 months. However, he failed to get off the line and was defeated in 6th place. The winner of this race was a horse named Spielberg. He then ran in the Japan Cup a month later. This Japan Cup attracted a high level of horses, some of which have been described as the best in history. There was Justaway, who was voted number 1 in the world's best racehorse rankings. Gentle Donna, the Triple Crown mare who has won the Japan Cup twice in a row and is on the verge of winning it 3 times in a row. And Spielberg, the winner of the Tenno Show Autumn race just before the race, but there were others as well. Epiphaneia was the 4th favorite, but she was excited and sweaty before the race. He could not regain his composure at the start of the race, showing signs of wanting to go to the front as he chased the group ahead. He took the lead as early as the final stretch, despite a slightly faster pace with a 1,000-meter passing time of 59.6 seconds. There were still 400 meters to the finish line. However, he pulled away from the chasing pack, including Justaway, to win by 4 lengths. His performance was rated 129 pounds in the world's best racehorse rankings, the 2nd highest in the world this year, and together with Justaway, who came in 1st, it was a great achievement for a Japanese trained horse to occupy the top 2 positions in the rankings. In the following race, Arimakinen, Epiphaneia was in the lead until just before the finish line, but was overtaken by Gentil Donna and others and finished 5th. The next year, 2015, he took on the Dubai World Cup. This was his first dirt race, but it was not a good fit and he finished in last place. He was being trained for the Takarazu Kakinen after his return to Japan, but developed ligamentitis and was put out to pasture. And although he was trying to get back into racing, it was decided that he would just retire. His total record is 6 wins in 14 races. He has 2 Grade 1 victories, Kikasho and Japan Cup. He started his stallion career. He had the advantage of having 3 generations of Sunday Silence in front of him, which made it easy to breed with mares that also had Sunday Silence in their bloodlines, so it was easy to attract many good mares. As a result, he gelded over 200 mares every year. His first foal debuted in 2019, and in 2020, Daring Tact won the Oka Show, Oaks, and Shuka Show from that group to become a Triple Crown mare. Of the foals born in the 2nd year, Epiphaneia won the Satsuki Show, Tenno Show Autumn, and Arimakinen in 2021, becoming one of the most famous horses of her generation. In addition, from among the foals born in the 3rd year, Circle of Life won the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies in 2021. Thus, he has been producing Grade 1 winners every year, and his breeding fees have soared to 18 million yen. Now that Deep Impact is dead, Epiphaneia is likely to be the leading sire in the future. Maybe his foals will eventually play a big role in the world's big races. That's all for this time. If you want to know more about Japanese horses, subscribe to this channel. Thank you.